What is going on, everybody? This is going to be a quick defensive tip video on how to get 7 defensive backs on the field in a 4-3 defensive formation. Now, this is a strategy. I feel like it warranted a video because, honestly, at this point in the year, defense very stale, right? I mean, for the second half of the year, pretty much all you see is nickel, dollar. You see some 4-6 normal sprinkled in. Big dime has kind of caught on a little recently. But 3-4, most 4-3 formations, stuff like that has kind of fallen to the wayside. Almost all you see is nickel and dollar online and in tournaments. So just wanted to go ahead and highlight another defensive strategy approach that you can take when playing online. So getting right into it, what you're going to want to do is come out in punt return. Now, you might say, okay, what are we doing in coming out in punt return? Well, punt return personnel by default is 4 linebackers, so DeMarcus Ware, Shane Ray, Todd Davis, Shaquille Barrett, and then 7 defensive backs. So you've got Justin Simmons, Will Parks, TJ Ward, Bradley Roby, Kayvon Webster, Chris Harris Jr., and Aqib Talib at returner. So you get 4 linebackers and 7 defensive backs on the field by coming out in punt return. Now, obviously, coming out in punt return in an actual game, as soon as you break the huddle, you can immediately audible. That's what you're going to do. You're going to end up audibling into 4-3. You can immediately audible as soon as you break the huddle, so your opponent doesn't even know you're coming out in punt return. But obviously in practice, it automatically sets you up. So you're going to see already in punt return. But what you're going to do is you're going to audible. As soon as you press X to audible, you're going to be presented with the 4-3 normal default audible. So you can go to cover 2 man, thunder smoke, cover 2 press, or cover 3 cloud press. And you're going to have control over basically everything you do aside from the defensive line. So you can base a line, you can press, you can do all these different things. This guy, TJ Ward, for some reason doesn't want to come in. Usually he comes in. So you can base a line, it'll look like this. And what I would do a lot whenever I did run this defense for a little while online, and what I saw, the person I saw this or found this from was Young Kiv ran it in the Seattle Seahawks Club Series, is you would rush 3. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to man up this guy, man up this guy, and man up this guy. So you can go some variation of cross man. Doesn't really matter. That's what I would do most of the time. I would try to cross man, 2 or 3 receivers that I thought my opponent would try to key in on. And then you're going to user this middle linebacker who's actually a defensive back right here over the middle of the field. So whenever I ran this, I ran the user or the out of position strong safety Mike Evans right here as my user defender. And then had a bunch of defensive backs, and obviously this works much better in MUT. Your depth chart's going to be a lot deeper. You're going to have those guys like Night Train Lane, like Mel Blount, like Lawyer Malloy, Kam Chancellor, those types of guys, because you can get any defensive back in any position that are basically, linebackers in terms of being physical and hit power, but while having cornerback skills. And so, obviously, much better in MUT. Whenever Kiv ran this in the Seattle Seahawks Club Series, basically the reason he ran it, from what I could see, was that he had 2 Deion Sanders on the field. So he had the defensive back Deion, and then he would put the out-of-position wide receiver Deion at punt returner. And so when you audible to 4-3, that Deion would actually be running this cloud flat right here, which is where Aqib Talib, who I have at punt returner, goes to when you audible. And then you have the other Deion Sanders on the field as well. So you'd have 2 Deions on the field at the same time, and this is how he was able to get that look. And so it's kind of becomes a pseudo 4-6. A lot of people run the 4-6 cover 2 invert kind of like this, rush 3 or 4, maybe man up a few guys and user the middle. So kind of same principle, just a little more flexibility. You get 4 linebackers, 7 defensive backs, different defensive look. I know a lot of people online probably haven't seen this look, so it's definitely something that can throw them off guard. If you are running it and they've never seen it before, it can be very confusing seeing a 4-3 defense, but then you having defensive backs cross-manned all over the field on them. And so definitely look into this if you're thinking about maybe switching up your defensive style. I think it's definitely worth taking a look at. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions on this defense, then definitely leave a comment and let me know, and I'll do my best to answer those for you. And until next time, guys, take it easy.